We know elements of the federal government were involved in the Oklahoma City bombing. We know it was used to demonize their political opposition. We know the Democratic Party has lied and said that their members of the Congressional Black Caucus were spit on and called the N-word. Now all the video's been released. Not true. We know they've dispatched their people with Nazi signs all over the country to claim they're part of the Tea Party. We know that any criticism of Obama health care, big government, open borders, they invoke racism and division in America to get everybody at each other's throats, because the last thing they want is the American people, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, getting together. So they basically say there shouldn't be any black people at tea parties, and if there are, they ask, why are you here? This is racist. That is out in the open psychological warfare. And now we have Bill Clinton saying, gee, I hope it doesn't take another Oklahoma City to shut all this down. He told USA Today in 1996 on Air Force One, they said, what saved your candidacy for the 1996 second election? He said, Oklahoma City. It rallied the country together. They stand to gain from it. And here's the Washington Times. Critics, Obama administration hyping terrorist nuclear threat. He's now saying it's the biggest threat, bigger than nation-to-nation nuclear war, that terrorists are going to sneak nukes in. And they're claiming that the American people are supposedly working with al-Qaeda. How asinine is that? And then here's Rush Limbaugh. Bill Clinton links talk radio tea parties to non-existent terrorism. Here's another one. Clinton, Rush Limbaugh comment doesn't make any sense. ABC News. And it talks about Rush Limbaugh saying they're trying to frame conservatives with coming terror attacks. See, they've been hyping this and hyping this and hyping this. And I've told you in April, in May, in June, that these months are key for a massive staged event to be blamed on us, or their entire agenda isn't going to pass. Now, I'm not saying they're going to stage a nuke attack. I'm saying it's being considered. And remember, Governor Ridge, the head of Homeland Security, said last year in a best-selling book that they would issue fake terror alerts for political gain. And then he goes on to say again, I sure hope we don't have to have an attack to shut all this down and get things right again. Now, here is FEMA National Level Exercise 2009. NLE-09 is a White House-directed, congressionally mandated exercise that includes the participation of all appropriate federal department and agency senior officials, deputy staff, and key operational elements. In addition, broad regional participation of state, tribal, local, and private sector is anticipated. This year, the United States welcomes the participation of Australia, Canada, Mexico, the United States, and NLE-09. And they say that they're training. Here's that document, people watching on prisonplanet.tv. They're saying that they're worried about a nuke going off, and Obama's saying that. Meanwhile, we have NLE-010. Why is FEMA trying to cover up NLE-010? Public Intelligence has received a request from FEMA to remove for official use only document regarding the National Level Exercise 2010, which was scheduled for this coming May. The exercise would be based on national planning scenario, which simulates a nuclear detonation in a U.S. city. However, recent political pressure has led to the exercise being scaled back, according to the Washington Post, Christian Science Monitor, and a variety of other publications. At the behest of the Senator Harry Reid, the exercise for Las Vegas had reportedly been canceled. But now NLE-09, it turns out this document was put out on some county websites in Nevada. But now FEMA wants it taken down. Now, what's in the FEMA document? You can go to Infowars.com and link through in this article to the document. Here's the document, and it says, unannounced simulated detonations of nukes in the U.S. What does that mean, unannounced? I've been at urban warfare drills in Belton, Texas, of all places, where they blow up a car and announce on the news, this is in my film Road to Tyranny, 2002, that a terrorist had blown them up. And then a day later, they announced it was a drill. So it's psychological warfare. And remember, Governor Ridge said they were issuing fake terror alerts for political gain. Both parties do this. But, I mean, you talk about open and shut case. The fact that Oklahoma City was an inside job is not debatable. And so coming up in the next hour, I'm going to highlight the actual part about the nuclear scenarios that they're going to be having. because I didn't highlight this, I'm looking for it, where it talks about unannounced nuclear weapons, simulated nuclear weapons detonations, but that is in here. And it's got comments about other secret scenarios and drills they're running. Why is this so important? Because on 9/11, the government ran drills of the exact same buildings being attacked at the same time, and the 9/11 tapes released from NORAD have the FAA saying, is this part of the drill, the real exercise? I've never seen this happen before. And they use that so the rest of the government and the NSA spying on everything hears about nuclear weapons being moved into position. They don't go out and stop it because they think it's part of the drill, and then an outside group or private intelligence agency or Merc group or foreign government can do this. I mean, can you imagine what Obama's going to be able to do if they bust people with a nuke, or if they fearmonger a nuke, which they're now doing, or if they staged either a dirty bomb or an A-bomb or, God forbid, a hydrogen bomb? Think about what this will do. And I've been telling you that's in the cards the last few years. We saw Cheney before the 2004 election saying we will be hit by a nuke. Give up all your rights. So we hope this is just more fear-mongering, but it may not be just fear-mongering. And Bill Clinton is now running around all over TV, all over radio, in speeches saying if there's a terror attack, it's the fault of the people that are criticizing the government. Meanwhile, we know the Democratic Party and big foundations are hiring droves of people to go to tea parties holding up swastika signs. And it wasn't just groups planning it. I got articles that we covered on Friday the day after the Tea Party day, where it showed them in New Mexico, in Texas, in New York, and other places with the big swastika signs. And the media would go over to them and say, are you really a Tea Party? No, I'm here to discredit them. I mean, so if they'll go out and dress up like Nazis to demonize anybody that doesn't want the government to take over society and have taxes rise and have us go bankrupt, if they'll do that, they will do anything. And talking about NLE 010, the FEMA drill, here is the Christian Science Monitor. Terrorist attack on Las Vegas canceled, politics or over-preparedness. No, Obama doesn't want all these nuke drills being public because if they stage an event, they don't want people thinking about that. And, of course, originally, Mesquite, Nevada, posted the secret FEMA document not knowing it was secret. That was the local government of Mesquite, Nevada. So this FEMA document's out there, and why is FEMA running around trying to get this mopped up, trying to get this covered up? Why are they doing this? Ladies and gentlemen, they train you to hate foreigners. They train you to go to war because somebody has brown skin. But don't you understand, foreign, offshore, ruthless banks are in control of the United States. They've stolen tens of trillions of dollars. They're now announcing in Bloomberg and AP, the government may take your pension funds. And the only way they're going to get away with that is staging some type of major terrorist attack. It could be blowing up a federal building. It could be busting a nuke, setting off a nuke. It could be anything as a pretext to pose as our saviors and get the American people to shut up so the system can say any dissent is unpatriotic and linked to terrorism. And I don't have to remind you, there have been hundreds of mainstream news articles and George Soros publications lying about me saying I'm calling for violence when I'm calling for the opposite. So they're trying to set everybody up right now. America is being overthrown and taken over. People better wake up. We'll be right back.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cameras, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at prisonplanet.tv.